Uns Gott und Danken, guten Tag.
I just said thank you, good morning.
Hey, welcome back to We Watch a Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay, and
You are
today,
Unsken.
more Netflix nuggets. Today, we're reviewing Unsken.
Unsken. Evil.
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 Evil in German. Unsken.
Unsken.
Ja, Unsken.
That's annoying.
Okay, we're done.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah.
I mean, this was recommended to us by R.D. Jim. I hope I'm saying that right. It's R.D.J.I.M. And we'll put his information in the box below.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, man. It's directed by Mikhail Halfthrum. No, he's directing The Tomb with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, that's
so
pretty good.
Stallone. Yeah,
Yeah.
He directed The Right, which I didn't see. It looked like it was crappy.
Oh, with Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah, he directed 1408, which is pretty awesome.
that's
And
cool.
he directed Derailed, which was
I've
it's
never
okay.
seen it.
It was Jennifer Aniston, Clive Owen.
What happened to it?
The train got derailed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. This movie's about a teenager whose father abuses him. That's when he's in school. He gets in a lot of trouble for fighting and shit like that.
Very violent boy.
Very violent. He beats the crap out of kids, and he's gonna get his last chance is to go to this boarding school, and his poor mother has to sell all her shit to get him to go there. There's these guys who run the school, and they do all this horrible shit to kids. Like if you say a curse word, like they'll punch you in the top of the head with like the bottom end of a knife, or they'll pop your head with a venom.
Yeah, so
or
basically,
vinegar cap.
all the headmasters and the teachers have allowed the students to govern themselves, so that if anybody gets out of hand, the upperclassmen have to put them in their place.
Yeah, and this kid's last chance at at a good life or whatever is to get out of school. And if he can beat the crap out of everybody because he's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
But that's one thing you get expelled for is if you fight. So he has to try to work and navigate through this school.
Yeah, the subtitles aren't that bad. Actually, the imagery is really good. Like it tells the story. I mean, obviously, if it's a good movie, you don't really need you don't need subtitles sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just good. I will say that the makeup when they fight, the makeup effects are awesome because when he beats the shit out of that kid.
Well, the fighting scenes are awesome.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like School Ties, the movie School Ties with Brendan Fraser meets This Boy's Life, which was amazing, with Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio. That's kind of like that. The two main bad guys in it, the school bullies, were awesome.
Yeah, because
like,
you hated their
I
guts.
hated their guts so
Oh,
bad.
man.
And I like the main guy. He was great, and his best friend was good. The only thing I had a problem with it is the story was going along good, and it was all cool, and everything was nice. It was nice. And then the character development started changing for me because I thought I knew where they were going, that they were trying to like make the main character become more of a redeemed person.
Like a Gandhi type guy.
Yeah, like a Gandhi, and not use violence to solve the problems and be like a stalwart against all this stuff. But then they were like, that's just not fun anymore. Let's just have him beat ass. Let's just have him go back to beating up people and stuff. So that kind of got on my nerves a little bit it just seemed like they would start with a story plot, like a storyline, and then they would just drop the yarn, like the whole thing with the swimming.
So that didn't bother me as bad because they still stayed in the same environment. Like even though they stop with one thing and go to the next, it all tied into one central thing.
He develops this friendship with his boy, and I guess they become really close friends. And I guess to show your affection for one another, since you're really good friends, you gotta have tickle fights. You gotta have tickle fights.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
It's a little weird because I was like, so that's okay.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like, he makes a joke. He's like, but you're not going to school today. And he's like, oh. And
He's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. So they was like totally like, if Mike and I start tickling each other, so my one just like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, it's not gay.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop the claw. Even Eric, the main kid, like when he starts fighting again, is badass.
The fighting scenes are awesome.
He's like, I'm going to break your nose.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what are you, left or right hand? Okay, so you're left-handed. I'm going to break you at the elbow.
Yeah.
And then he just does it. He's like, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, it was impressively impressive.
And I just love the bad guys in it. Like I can't say enough about them, dude, because they're so good. Like
they do so much mean shit to him.
And
they
I know,
do so much shit to him.
Like the guy was like, okay, I want you to dig a 3-meter hole, and 3 meter like this, and then when you are done, I will come back. And then he starts digging it, and the swimming coach feels bad for him. He's like, I heard that Americans do this, and he's like, so you should keep doing it, keep your head up. He's like, the swimming coach is always there for him, trying to get his head up. And then the little asshole German kid comes back. He's like, oh, you're finished? And he's like, yeah, because the kid's been standing out there in the rain. He's like, okay, now fill it up before somebody falls in it. And he's like,
and then there's one scene where they do something to him, and I don't want to give it away, but it involves poop. And
oh god, yeah, dude.
It's
I was
so
like, is that
disgusting.
chocolate milk?
Yeah, but you get the hardcore like sad scenes where they're like doing shit to these kids, and you feel really bad for them. But you totally get your vindication because when he gets them back, he gets them all back. Like,
yeah, you feel
awesome.
good.
I'm gonna give this movie an 8.0. I really enjoyed it a lot. And
I always agree.
What else is there to say about it?
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, I liked it too. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. If you like those kind of movies where it's like where a kid's getting bullied and then he comes back and gets redemption for himself, then that's definitely a movie to check out.
What's your favorite movie where a kid gets bullied?
Mine's This Boy's Life.
This Boy's Life. Mine will probably, I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on this one.
I don't really care.
Okay.
Rate, comment, subscribe. I'm Jay and this is Mike and we'll see you next time.
We watched a movie.